Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 4th, and I thought I would walk over and do a quick vegetable garden update so you could see how things are progressing. This is the squash that ate Mills Edition here, as you can see. This is mostly the acorn squash that's in here and going bionic. And the corn is doing really well. We have corn down here. We've got corn on the stalks. The beans are getting pretty shaded, but we have had quite a few green beans, which was great. We actually had a stir fry with the first eggplant that we harvested and green beans and onion and tomato from the garden. It was delicious. Anyway, and the bell pepper. There are little bell peppers coming on the bell pepper and lots of eggplants on both the eggplants. We've got a regular eggplant, and I think they call this a Japanese eggplant, where they're more elongated and a little bit different color. There's that guy down there, but you can see this guy is about ready, I think, to harvest back there. And anyway, everything's doing really well. But I think that next year, depending on what's available, I think my plan is to do zucchini in this bed because it will be better behaved. This squash needs tons of room, and I have a zucchini and it's planted. I've got it planted in a compost bin over in the other yard, and it's doing well. But I think that that's what I'll do, is probably do the big trailing squash over there and do zucchini here. And that way there'll be plenty of room over there for it to go crazy like this. And the zucchini, it'll be easier to get around and water and stuff. And plus the green beans won't be shaded. But the other thing I may do, and I know with the Three Sisters plantings, this is something, excuse me, you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to do pole beans and not bush beans, but I'm mostly familiar with bush beans, so I wanted to do those. And but then the pole beans, they can come up and go around the corn, and they've got a support, and they can get better sunlight. And so that's probably what I'll do next year. And then this down here is the volunteer squash, getting quite a bit of size on it. I don't know what it is, but it's very happy as well. So, and the tomato is looking great, and luckily it's aroma, because I mistakenly bought a whole bunch of grape tomatoes based on the pictures, because my eyes really suck. And so I wanted these for canning, for sauce. And this guy, the squash, everybody that I was so worried about with the sun, once they adjusted to finally being out here and getting used to it, they just exploded. And they don't wilt now. They just drink it all in, and they're very, very, very happy. And nasturtiums, they're not blooming or anything yet, but they are definitely coming along over here. And it won't be long, I think, that we'll start seeing some buds coming on them. The daylilies are all done. The phlox has made a really cool stand back here, just this wall of phlox, and it's really beautiful. It smells wonderful back here. The lavender's getting all done. I've been cutting that back as I go, as it dies back, to give everything else more room. But anyway, happy vegetable garden, that's for sure. And honestly, this was really just an experiment for this year, to kind of get a feel for it and see how we thought it would do, and learning a lot of lessons. And but it's been really fun really exciting. You can see it's just everywhere. Yeah, now it's all hooked into the little peony here. I expect by the end of the season this thing will be covering the deck. But anyway, and I brought my little rosemary outside from in the sunroom, and he's very happy out here too. Anyway, quick little update. We did have something really cool happen, and I'd like to pause this and go out and show you, so I might do that. Anyway, we have a wild rose in the secret garden, and this year when I was cutting it back, because it just goes crazy and wants to go up to the lines, I was cutting it back, and there was this growth thing in it, and it was like, what in the world is this? It was green and fuzzy looking, and sadly I cut it so that I could take it and I identify it. I didn't think it was something that I should be leaving in there. I feel really sad about cutting it, but there are more, so that was encouraging. But it is a mossy gall rose, mossy rose gall, and it is created by the mossy rose gall wasp, and they lay their eggs in the rose, and it does all this crazy gross stuff around their little eggs, and then as the larvae hatch out next year, they feed on the living tissue that's around them from the rose. It doesn't hurt the rose. They only use wild roses, and the wasps don't sting. So it's pretty awesome that we have a native plant that birds brought us that supports the life of something native, that's its exclusive habitat. That is just incredible to me. Anyway, I'm gonna go and see if I can get a picture of it for you. Just a sec. Okay, so I'm out in the alley. This is the blackberry that is on the other side in the secret garden that normally you would see from there. And looking down the alley, this is ours, clear down to where the chain link fence starts. So that's way on the other side of the grape and the trees and everything. And then we have the compost bins out here for the little house. And there's compost bins that are down on the other side of the grape and currant and stuff that are for the main house. Anyway, so this is the rose, and it's been cut back. I didn't cut some back because I was trying to save the gall. Let's see if I can get him in the picture here. There he is. Oh, that's pretty far up there, but anyway, it's about the size, a little bigger than a golf ball, and it's super fuzzy. There are some other ones that are in here, but that's the best one to see because it's out in the open. I tried to leave every single one of them once I found them, but anyway, they grow in this rose, and those are the little wasp babies, and the wasps don't sting, so they're not going to hurt anything. I'm pretty excited about it, and anyway, I just wanted to show you, and I'll just walk around here so you can see. This is the little house, front yard. I got the water going here, and this little sumac, this was pretty damaged by Mr. Buck, and so I leave the little sprout that came out so they can come back and browse or rub on that later. But anyway, so this is the front of the little house. But I did want to show you the gall. I was pretty excited about that because usually galls aren't the greatest thing, and this is a little home for little baby wasps. I'm just so excited. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope everybody's doing okay. Bye.